to work for you. Go to centerlinerrealty.com and let's get started.
Are you nearing retirement and wondering how to make your money work for you instead of worrying it won't? Find out more by listening to Live in Large Radio with Mark Henry of Alloy Wealth Management, Saturday mornings at 11 and Sundays at 5 on WSIC. Local starts here.
Oh, shoot. Love you guys.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Okay, and happy Thursday. It is 7:06. We are prepping for winter weather approaching. Justin is out today. He is attending Leadership Lake Norman with the Chamber. If you're interested in finding out more about that and how you can get involved, you can check out the Chamber's website and sign up for next year's Leadership Lake Norman. But we're so glad to have, as my co-host today, Skylar Schock. She's back, guys.
Hi, good morning.
Thanks so much for joining us again today. I love whenever you're here, and I just love hanging out with you, whether it's on air or off air. We always have such a good time together. Skylar, you know, if you've been with us a few times now, you're kind of a vet of this studio.
Woo,
yes, you can just let yourself in. You don't even need us here anymore. But if people have not met you before, tell everybody who you are.
Excellent. Well, thank you for asking. So yeah, I am Skylar. I am originally from the West Coast, which is something that we talk about a lot because I still have so many questions.
We're still learning together.
Yes, many of which will pertain to the weather this weekend and how to drive. And but I'm from the West Coast. I'm an actor, stand-up comedian, producer. So I produce a lot of events around town and do stand-up comedy. I performed this week at the Comedy Zone, which was very fun.
That's big time.
Yes, it was exciting. We actually was Sarper Guvan, who was on 90 Day Fiancé, which is not a reality show in my lexicon, but I loved seeing the reality TV show fans that showed up for him. It was really wild. So I perform all over, and I produce film. I think we've talked about some of the stuff I did earlier, but I had a film at Austin Film Festival last year, which was very exciting, and that's what we got. We got hopefully a show this weekend, but we'll see.
So tell everybody about the show this weekend. Yes, we'll see with the weather. We'll be watching it closely. But you'll also learn too in the South, we don't cancel it. Well, sometimes we cancel it way too early. Excuse me. Sometimes we nah,
it's like a gamble. Well, that's what's really funny is because I think some people are like, I just want to know, are we doing it? Are we not? Like the sport, just tell. And if it doesn't snow, great, we just have some free time. And then some people are like, I'm not canceling until the second we know.
Right.
And so it's kind of like everybody's a little different. So I don't know. But we do technically, as of right now, we still have our show scheduled for our Group Chat Girlies show, which is a female-based comedy and conversation show, for Sunday night at Duckworth's in Charlotte at 6 p.m. So it's like according
the cellar at Duckworth's, right? The one
yes,
that's uptown.
it's up exactly. I never say this right. Here we go.
It's
Tryon Street.
Tryon Street.
Okay, great. It's one of those that I like. Every time I'm on it, I want to say it incorrectly.
There's a street near or in that uptown-ish area called Charlottetown, and I called it Charlottetown that's ridiculous because
whole lot of town.
Charlottetown, because I was like, no, I don't know. I'm from here too. It's not like I was a transplant, didn't know how to pronounce Charlotte.
Well, and sometimes your GPS will just lead you astray. And it will tell you to make a turn on a street that you are 100% is not the street you're supposed to be turning.
We could go into the difference between the different Queen streets too in Charlotte. If you're trying to navigate any part of Charlotte, you take Queens Road and then Queens Street, and I don't know. There's multiple ones. It's very confusing.
Don't even get me started on a street versus a drive versus a road.
Yeah, I don't know what the difference is.
Yeah, what are we talking? How does one choose that?
Who makes
Who's
those
in
categories?
charge of that? Yeah,
I'm sure there's some way that they check off, but yeah. So Group Chat Girlies happening this weekend, still happening this weekend.
Still
Sunday.
Happening. We'll make the game call on Sunday, I think, but Sunday tickets are at duckworthscomedyclub.com, I believe.
Yeah, so you can go. And have you ever been to the cellar before?
I have, because I've worked at Duckworth's quite a few times, so I enjoy that location quite a lot.
It's a great spot.
It is
super
nice.
Romantic too. If you want to go on a date night, maybe not for Group Chat Girlies,
maybe
but if
maybe a friend date, you can grab a drink with your friends.
You definitely could. But it is a great spot. I love Duckworth. Gina Duckworth with Mooresville Children's Theater too. Great friend of the show. So great, awesome. So business in Charlotte, but they have locations. They started up here in Mooresville.
They have a few.
There's two here. There's several locations around the area. But the original one in Mooresville, when it very first opened, they had $1, they had ice cream there.
Oh.
And you could get a waffle cone for $1, and it was the best thing ever on like a Friday night late.
Oh, what is it about a well-priced ice cream that will never fail?
I don't know.
I love it.
I love it all year long.
It's such a treat. Yes.
I saw a video earlier, and they were like, "Do you eat ice cream in the winter?" I was like, "Yes." Who would say no to ice cream anytime ever?
As long as I have a spoon or a cone, then it's ice cream weather.
I'm good with it. Okay, so group chat girlies, you were at the Comedy Zone earlier this week.
Yeah.
Yes. How was that?
It was really good. And it is so funny too, because you'll go in. This is one of my favorite things about doing stand-up comedy is that every audience is a little different. So because you have no idea kind of what combination of people are coming for that headliner for whatever, and so it just was a really fun show to see who came out, and then the same with our group chat girly shows. I feel like every show you've been to a few, and so you see like every audience has just like a different sort of energy and vibe. And
and you're going to learn different things. You're going to find out different things.
Totally. We're going to talk about different stuff and different trends and whatnot.
The way that things turn. So we're going to talk about a lot of fun stuff today. We do have a guest coming in today. Horne Heating and Air Conditioning is going to join us today. Very timely.
Yes.
With this weather coming up. Just asking them like, do we need to do anything to prep for winter weather?
What do I need to know?
Yes. It's going to be a great education series for you today, Skylar. Looking forward to having, and we always love whenever they come in. They have a great team. Great culture, great atmosphere. Every time they come in, I was like, I want to go work for you guys. You guys sound like you have so much fun.
That's the best. Isn't that the best compliment when you're like, this feels like an environment I want to be in?
Yes.
And I don't even know anything about what you do.
No, don't ask me to fix your HVAC or anything like that.
Or even talk to you about it.
No, I just learned what HVAC stood for actually recently. So don't ask me about that, but they have a great team and a great culture, and we love whenever they join us on the show. So they'll be here with us at 7:30 today. Amazing. Otherwise, we'll be hanging out with Skylar all day. So I did want to ask you too about so when you said the comedy show that you did, it was you said 90 Day Fiance?
The headliner was his on 90 Day Fiance.
So you got to see like the lore and the big 90 Day Fiance fans showed up?
Yes. And I was surprised because it shouldn't be surprising to me because I make my boyfriend Tommy watch whatever, like when I'm really into something, I make him watch it too. But I was surprised how many of like the women, their husbands knew what was going on.
Oh, they knew.
Okay, they had been watching as well.
I made Rob watch Tell Me Lies. Have you watched that one?
Oh, yeah. This is big for us millennials.
Okay. Yes. So I made him watch that show, and he would not go to a live show.
I'm not interested.
He was like, what is happening here? And I was like, I don't know. I'm not really sure, but we got to figure out.
We're going to get through it.
We got to get to the end. We got to get to episode 10.
There's something fun about being able to like watch and talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm currently having a really big Traders phase.
I'm a big fan of that show.
I had never watched it, but now it's my whole personality.
I love that show. I do not have Peacock. I canceled it, and so I'm waiting until the show ends so I can re-download Peacock and just watch them all at once.
I unfortunately never stopped paying for Peacock since Love Island.
Yes, so Traders, whenever it comes back, I add it back in, and I do the little. It's like the roulette of like what apps do I have at this time.
Yeah, yes, I feel like that's a good way if you like kind of be like, all right, every 3 months I'm going to do this one, and just kind of rotate.
I try. I'm sure I'll have a lot that I'm paying for that I don't need, but I try to keep up with it. All right, Skylar, thanks so much for being here with us today. She's going to be with us here all day. Also, our new host for the Home Ad Show, Vaughn, is going to join us at 8:45. You guys have heard him this week on the Home Ad Show, but he'll be joining us here at 8:45 to get a preview of the show.
We'll be right back with more Good Morning LKN and zero judgment about your dirty dishes. Spotless cleaning gets it. WSIC. Local starts here.
Well, you never know, a big and bad winter storm was on the way. Pretty quiet, tranquil weather, sunshine, upper 50s for our Thursday to enjoy. Then as we get into the upcoming weekend, it does look like we're going to have a mess on our hands. Still not ready to iron out exact details, but getting a clearer picture of snow, sleet, and freezing rain on Sunday that could leave long-lasting travel and power impacts in the next week. That's your forecast. From the WSIC Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
Hi, This is Bob McIntosh with the McIntosh Law Firm in Davidson. Since 1997, we have been committed to providing our clients with competent, caring, and experienced legal services. Learn more at McIntoshLawFirm.com.
Here's your WSIC community calendar.
We've got performances, exhibitions, and live music you won't want to miss, all close to home.
First up, head to the Armour Street Theater in downtown Davidson for a timeless theatrical experience. The Davidson Community Players present Shakespeare's The Winter's Tale, a powerful story of jealousy, forgiveness, and redemption brought to life on stage. Shakespeare's The Winter's Tale runs January 22nd through February 8th. Find specific showtimes, ticket info, and more at davidsoncommunityplayers.org under the Shows tab. That's davidsoncommunityplayers.org and take in Shakespeare's The Winter's Tale starting January 22nd.
If live music is more your style, plan a trip to the Twisted Oak in Statesville on Saturday, January 24th for Rocky Lynn Live. Rocky's blend of country, rock, and heartland energy makes for a night of great tunes and good vibes. The show kicks off at 7:30, and all the details you need are up at downtownstatesville.com. You won't want to miss Rocky's first hometown show of 2026, Saturday, January 24th. Rocky Lynn Live at the Twisted Oak in Statesville.
And finally, for our art lovers, Mooresville Arts at the Depot invites you to the 13th annual Winter Juried Exhibition, running January 20th through February 26th at the historic train depot in downtown Mooresville. See incredible work from local and regional artists judged by Marissa Pascucci, gallery and collection coordinator from Davidson College. Don't miss the artist reception on Friday, January 23rd, 6 to 8 p.m. To learn more about this exhibition and other arts offerings, head to mooresvillearts.org.
For more Lake Norman news, events, job opportunities, and real estate information, visit liveworkplaylkn.com.
That's liveworkplaylkn.com.
Good morning, LKN is back with more shenanigans and spotless cleaning support because this show's messier than your kitchen. WSIC, local, starts here.
Good morning, LKN. It is Thursday, 7/18 this morning. We're going to take a look on the roads and see what's going on with traffic. David, the open road and no Charlotte traffic stress. That's the ICATS ride, just $3 each way from Iredell to Charlotte and back, cruising in the HOV lane like a carpool king or queen. Find your seat at rideicats.com. David, how's it going out there today?
Hey, guys. Good morning. Things are looking pretty good out here. We had a clear passage to and from the Queen City this morning. 70, 21, and 115, and 150 all look pretty good this morning. The only thing that we really came across is about a mile and a half in the southbound lane of 77, about a mile and a half before exit 42. There's a tractor trailer on the side of the road with hood down. So if you have the opportunity, please get over and give them the room they need to take care of that situation. But everything else, even in Charlotte this morning, looked really good.
We like to hear that. That's good advice, too. Let them move over and let them do the work they need to do to get out of the way. We have Skylar here, who is originally from the Bay Area of California. You got any advice for her with this winter weather coming up, David?
I got a question.
Okay.
You said the Bay Area. Mm-hmm. Are we San Francisco or Oakland?
Oh, so East Bay, Oakland area, yeah.
Are you a Raiders fan?
I am indeed. Well, it's hard to be one right now.
David's a Raiders fan.
Oh, yes.
Yes. So you guys can commiserate in all your misery. But we get it. Panthers fans, we get your pain.
It's a bittersweet
No, we
feeling.
don't.
Oh, not this year.
Yeah, no, we don't.
Not this year, but we understand.
Right.
We've been there. We'll say that. We've been there.
Just
Sorry,
been there
Bill.
for a long time.
I really upset Bill just now. I don't know if he'll ever forgive me for that
Bill
one.
was ready.
All right,
just
David.
hang in there. One day we'll get
We'll get back. Yeah.
That's right. All right, David, we'll talk to you at 8:15.
All right, y'all take care. God bless.
Okay, bye. Errands handled, appointments no problem. Hop on for just $1 and ride ICATS from your front door around Iredell County, VA on Tuesdays, Winston-Salem on Thursdays, Hickory on Fridays. Schedule now at rideicats.com. No cape required, but you might just feel like a superhero.
Ooh.
Oh, well, everybody's heard about the bird. The bird's a winner. Well, the bird.
It's time for the word of the day. What's the word?
Today's word of the day on this beautiful Thursday. Is it Thursday already?
It is Thursday already.
We've made it. All right, we're almost there, guys. Today's word of the day is brought to you by Home to Court. Let me tell you a little bit about Home to Court. Home to Court believes home is more than a place. It's where connection, comfort, and a little friendly competition come together. We'll be stuck in the house this weekend together. From curated home finds to pickleball gear for every level, they help you create spaces where memories are made. And they're also the sponsor of Ladies Who Play, a mahjong night bringing Lake Norman women together for connection and conversation. Tuesday, February 17th, 6 to 8:30 p.m. at the Peninsula Club. That's a mahjong night, Ladies Who Play, hosted by Lake Norman Woman Magazine and presented by Home to Court. Home to Court, where life is played. Thank you, Home to Court. Check them out. Let's see, today's word of the day, nithing.
Oh, boy.
Nithing.
Nithing.
You spell that one for me?
I am going to spell it Nithing. Nithing.
Nithing. Okay, this to me, because this is just fresh on my mind, because I watched the Romeo and Juliet with Leo and Claire Danes last night, so it sounds like a Shakespeare word.
Okay, it very well could be.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Nithing.
Okay, because I'm getting like a word from Harry Potter.
Oh yeah, it
this
could be one of those
much
too.
more like yeah.
Yes, it's one of those realms. Let's see. I got some sentences. We'll use Justin as the subject because he's not here. Calling Justin a nithing for drinking decaf is harsh, but Mamie stands by her principles.
Oh, like a
poser?
Oh!
Is that it?
Are you
Tell
right?
me how you feel. No. Just call Justin a I'm just kidding.
I'm not. I'm using the context.
He's a poser?
He's not a poser.
Crusty.
Yeah, this is the time to use it.
Let's see. I got another sentence here.
Okay.
Only a true nithing would steal the last donut from the studio break room and blame Bill.
Like a like a little conniver.
Like a bad
I think
guy?
you're barking up the right tree, Skylar.
Ooh, like
let's see. The definition that I have of nithing is a contemptible, cowardly, or dishonorable person.
Not a nice
Someone utterly without courage or integrity.
Oh,
my goodness.
Gosh,
yeah,
that's terrible.
Deep, nithing.
What I Justin, you called him a nithing, Bill.
Yeah.
Yes, about what's confusing to me is that it looks like a verb.
It does.
It's a noun.
It looks like you're in action. Yes. Usually ing means you're doing something, but this is just a person who is just a bad guy.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, just cowardly.
Yeah, cowardly.
Yeah, it's also
I think
great job, guys.
it was probably used in some Shakespeare at some point.
It had to have been.
Yeah,
I mean,
sounds like an old-timey word.
What are you
I'd
up
say.
to, nithing?
Nithing. Yeah.
Nice.
Just being a nithing.
Just being a
I feel
cowardly
like
person.
Isn't that kind of what in Romeo and Juliet? That's kind of the whole point, right?
I think so. Yeah. Boy, I was watching that last night too with Rob. I was the old one from 1996, and I was like, Rob, I cannot explain to you what it was like because it was primetime teenage years for me to be 15 years old and watching this movie, and like Leo and Claire Danes, and then right after that it was Titanic, and it was just like the best time to be a teenage girl.
Yep.
And I said, I look at Leo now, and it doesn't look like the same person to me.
No,
like it's
because
not.
you're picturing him at like the Titanic, Romeo and Juliet era. Yes, when he was
not the same.
The young,
but man, what a time to be a teenager. That's for
yeah.
sure. All right, we do have to talk some snow and snow prep because we want to make sure everybody is ready to go. Also, every Thursday we send out a newsletter. The Live Work Play newsletter. It has weather in it every single week. It has your weekend weather forecast. So if you have not signed up for that, you can do that right now. It goes out at 2 p.m. every day. It's not too late to sign up. You head over to liveworkplaylkn.com and you can sign up for that newsletter. That's the way to know what's going on with the weather. You know, we have events and things going on, and we always want to know what it's going to look like for the weekend. But I do want to mention the from the town of Cornelius put this out, but this is from Charmeck Alerts winter storm issue. And everybody knows this, but we're just giving you all the facts so you can't say we didn't tell you. Winter storm watch issued January 21st until January 26th. Heavy mixed precipitation, total snow and sleet accumulations between 1 and 6 inches, which is a big range for around here.
Big range.
Ice accumulations between 4/10 and 1 inch. Now, that doesn't sound like a lot, but when you get to like a half inch, 1 inch of ice, that's when you start to lose power.
Tricky, yeah.
It's saying it's going to go from northeast Georgia, western North Carolina, and the South Carolina upstate. That includes us. Saturday morning through Monday afternoon.
Okay.
Impact significant ice accumulation on power lines and tree limbs may cause widespread and long-lasting power outages. Ice and snow-covered roadways will become treacherous and impassable. Widespread power outages are likely due to the weight of the ice and snow on tree limbs and power lines. The outages could last for days in some areas. Hazardous conditions could impact the Monday morning commute. The highest snow and sleet accumulations, we always say this, and Skylar, you'll learn this the longer you live here, that I-40 corridor, somehow the snow knows when I get to that, where I-40 is, I stay snow north, I go ice south.
Interesting. Okay.
I don't know why it does that. It somehow knows. So it's like,
it knows.
I've asked multiple times. I've asked Chase Myers multiple times, and he was like, I don't know how it knows, but it just knows.
That's just what it is.
Just what it does. So there is a winter storm watch for our area, obviously. So just be aware of that. And I will say, and I think I said this yesterday, I said it to somebody yesterday, if you are from one of our friends that has moved here from up north, who is used to the ice and snow, just know we're not.
Yeah.
We're not prepared.
Yeah.
We're never going to be prepared. You can be mad at us. It's totally fine. You moved here for the weather, which means that we don't get a lot of ice and snow.
Right. You should know the frequency is low.
That's right. So we don't know what to do. We're going to panic every time. But we want to be smart about it, right? There's never going to be bread and milk. I don't know what that has to do with anything. It's just part of it. But just know that we do not have like the scrapers and the trucks and the snow plows and all that stuff.
The tools to kind of ease the in-between.
So stay inside. Like if there's ice on the road, stay inside. There's no need to leave your neighborhood. So we are telling you way in advance to prepare, have food, have snacks. We are exclusively a snack and takeout family at our house. So we are set on snacks. But the Cornelius Fire Department also sent this over. They said that there's fire safety, which you wouldn't think fire safety.
Interesting.
Yes, I would not think fire safety with winter storms, but they said fire safety is like test your smoke alarms, make sure that those are good, and your carbon monoxide detectors, especially if you're using a generator, because you don't want that gas, those fumes to get in the house.
Yeah.
Plan 2 ways out of the home in case of an emergency. Make sure you salt your driveway in case you need to get out. It'll give you easy access and keep from having slip and fall accidents. Make sure your house number can be seen from the street so that firefighters can find you in case of an emergency. But the reminder is that there are more home fires in winter than any other time of the season. Half of them happen between December, January, and February. The space heaters and all that kind of stuff that you have. So space heater, it says nearly half of all space heater fires involve electric space heaters. So if you have one of those space heaters, just be careful, make sure it's not near anything that it could catch fire. In case the power goes out, have flashlights on hands, make sure you have batteries. Don't use candles, use flashlights and not candles because that's a fire safety issue. Stay aware of winter weather. It says stay. I said stay away because that's how I feel.
Well, that's how we feel about that weather.
In my heart, I want to stay away.
Yeah.
Stay aware, listen to the television or listen to the radio for updates.
Excellent. Check
on your neighbors and anybody who might need help. Make sure you're checking on pets as well. Pets can't stay outside in weather like this. So if you have an outdoor dog, outdoor pets or whatever, make sure you're bringing them inside where they can stay warm. Stay away from down wires. And if the heat stops working, use extra layers. And keep anything that can burn at least 3 feet away. Turn portable heaters off when you leave the room and turn them off when you go to bed. So you wouldn't think snow and fire hazards, but some of these ways that we try to keep warm, especially if you lose power, you have a generator, you just need to be mindful of these things. So as we're talking all this winter weather and you growing up in the Bay Area of California, yes,
lot to think about.
Well, there's a lot to think about. So we'll be Horne Heating and Air is going to join us next.
Perfect.
We're so glad to have him here with us.
We'll be right back with more Good Morning LKN and zero judgment about your dirty dishes. Spotless cleaning gets it. WSIC. Local starts here.
Well, you never know, a big and bad winter storm was on the way. Pretty quiet, tranquil weather, sunshine, upper 50s for our Thursday to enjoy. Then as we get into the upcoming weekend, it does look like we're going to have a mess on our hands. Still not ready to iron out exact details, but getting a clearer picture of snow, sleet, and freezing rain on Sunday that could leave long-lasting travel and power impacts in the next week. That's your forecast. From the WSIC Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
Keep winter cold outside with propane heat from GMB Energy. We provide cost-effective propane to cook meals and heat your home and water, even when the power goes out. For a limited time, save big with rebates, like up to $350 on Cozy Heat fireplaces and up to $450 on select Rinnai tankless water heaters. Visit one of our 9 locations. Call 855-LPG-PROS or visit gbenergy.com. GMB Energy, family-owned and NC Grow.
Make your work easier with Eagle Rentals of Troutman and Statesville. Eagle Rentals has generators, heaters, fans, painting equipment, floor care equipment, pressure washers, lighting equipment, and lawn care equipment. Plus, Eagle Rentals has construction equipment like forklifts, bobcat loaders, backhoes, excavators, and more. Reserve online at eaglerentals.com. That's eaglerentals.com.
Feeling stressed? Can't focus? It's not just in your head, it's in your brain. Dr. Tim Royer shows you how to reset and refocus on your brain matters. Thursdays at 4 on WSIC. Listen live, on air, online, or on the WSIC News app.
Dreaming of a new home or a better rate? At O'Brien Home Loans, our team of independent brokers find tailored solutions that truly fit your life. Proudly serving North Carolina with honest advice and local heart. Visit O'BrienHomeLoans.com today for a free quote.
Is your to-do list overwhelming? DIY gone awry? From leaky faucets, squeaky doors, and rooms in need of a makeover, House Doctors of Mooresville handles it all. Free estimates, quality materials, and a 1-year guarantee. We fix it, you relax. Visit housedoctors.com/Mooresville.
Don't miss the boat. Don't miss the boat, baby. Shop LKN Local for the best lake apparel, home decor, and gift ideas. Locally loved, made, and delivered right to your door. For the love of the lake, shop LKN-local.com today.
Jack Frost loves catching unprepared homes. A furnace that sputters, a heat pump that strains, it's his playground. Beat him to it with a fall maintenance check from Horne Heating and Air Conditioning. Fall into the season of Visit HorneHVAC.com, where your comfort is our business.
Don't miss a thing. Download the WSIC News app today. WSIC. Local starts here.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. President Trump has suggested that Fed Chair Jay Powell would not enjoy his tenure if he stayed on the central bank's board of governors after his term as chair expires. He told CNBC if that happens, his life won't be very, very happy, I don't think. The president is searching for a replacement to Powell. Checking in on the market, stocks are looking at a second day of solid gains. Tensions over Greenland are easing. President Trump withdrew the threat of tariffs against European nations after agreeing to a framework for a future deal on Greenland during talks with NATO. And a classic toy is looking to stay alive. The main factory that makes Lincoln Logs is set to close after losing its biggest contract to make cigar tips for another company. Now, the New York Post reports toy maker Basic Fun is scrambling to find a new company to manufacture the toy. The toy maker says the production of the brand will likely move overseas. Basic Fun also sells Light Bright and Care Bears. Courtney Donahoe, Bloomberg Radio.
Friendly reminder, don't break when you see the lake.
WSIC. Local starts here.
Good morning, LKN is back with more shenanigans and spotless cleaning support because this show's messier than your kitchen. WSIC. Local starts here.
Good morning, LKN. It is Thursday, 7:34 a.m., and we are here. Skylar, you know, our guest that's here today has actually been here with us before, but in a different way.
Interesting. Okay.
He was here cleaning out our drain lines. Apparently, that's something you have to do.
Okay. Didn't
every
even know
once
those
in a while.
existed.
I didn't even know that existed, which is why we love whenever Horne joins us because we learn all kinds of things. So we have Blake Hovis. He is newly service manager, new to that position. Is that correct, Blake?
Yes, just started this year.
I love that. So congratulations on the promotion, and we just love having you here. So yes, we got that live studio audience there for you, Blake. So you know how disgustingly dirty we are around this office too, I guess too. You know all of our dirty little
the true dirt.
I was like, we've seen the full office at this point.
Yes, our dirty little secrets around here. But yeah, thank you so much for joining us. So tell us, as a service manager, what does that mean for your job and what do you do?
So the day-to-day operations kind of change a little bit every time. The main thing is making sure my techs are 100% stocked, ready to go to meet their potential and help all the customers as quick as we possibly can.
Yeah. So you're making sure that the customers have what they need. They have the people out there. Is that what you're doing? It's almost like I think of it like a puzzle or something, or Tetris, trying to put everything in the right place.
It is putting some puzzle pieces together. We have wonderful alpha staff that get the techs out there and take all the calls in. My job's easy. I just sit back, make sure the techs have everything, and if they need any assistance, I'm there for the support.
So what does that mean with the support? Like, what are you doing to support them?
So we have infield trainers all the time, so constantly keeping up with the new technology as far as the new systems go. They're going to need some technical support. They're a phone call away. We can walk through, especially now with FaceTime and everything else. So we just make sure that the techs are supported the best way that we can and make sure that the customers are taken care of as quick as possible so they're back to being comfortable.
Yes, and that's super important, especially with these cold temperatures that we have in right now.
Mm-hmm. This weekend's going to be an interesting one to see how everything comes.
Yes.
Let's just hope everybody keeps power so we can keep their systems running.
Yes. So then what do we do in that situation? Let's say that somebody does lose power. Are they calling you guys, or, how does that work?
If they lose power,
there's not a lot you guys can do.
We can't do. They will call us.
Yes.
Right. There's not so much we can do, but we just tell them as soon as Duke Power gets everything back on, we can get out there. And if the system doesn't come back on, 9 times out of 10, it will work. If it was working before power was lost, it will work again.
Okay, so my power goes out, my system goes off, the power comes back on, a couple hours later. Do I go up there and kick it to get it to come back on?
Yeah, any best practices we should know about for a power outage?
Look, kick it. Go kick it, please. That's going to be the best way to fix anything, right? So
Right.
Just reset it. No, the thermostat will come back on. It will do what it is supposed to do. It's set up. There's a delay. Patience.
Okay.
No one's strong suit. Give it 5 minutes.
Give it 5 minutes. All right, that's
maybe
good to know.
10. So because people will underestimate
It's
5.
cold too. It's
Yeah.
cold too.
5 minutes is a long time too when you've
When
been
you're
cold.
that cold.
That's
yes.
why I said 10. Give it 10
Give it
because
10.
you will actually only wait about 3.
Okay, because when I have to reset my Wi-Fi router and it says wait 30 seconds, I'm like, I wait
feels like a
4, and I'm like,
lifetime.
it's broken, it's
Yes.
done.
Yep.
Yes.
No, same thing.
Okay, so you were you're newly promoted to service manager. You were a infield tech before, is that
Yep.
right?
I've done a technician for HVAC now for 17-ish years.
Oh, wow.
So it's a different change for me. I'm very much a hands-on person, so it's taken a little bit to step back and not just want to rush in to help. So, but it's a good change and help out the techs.
It's great too that Horne provides those opportunities to advance within the company too.
That is a Horne way. So they live by that and trying to empower the employees and giving us the opportunity to be prepared, move up in the company, learn different skills, as well as being able to help out the customers more and more.
Yeah, 17 years you said in the industry.
Yes, very long
Gosh,
time.
I bet you've seen a lot.
Yeah. So what? How
there's
has
stories.
it changed? Oh, okay. Well, it's a 2-hour show, Blake. You can just hang out all day.
Hey, look, we could do it.
Yeah. What have you seen as far as the changes and how that affects the customers?
The biggest change is the equipment itself. I mean, we've gone from different types of refrigerant. We're on another type, as everybody else knows. Technology is really starting to come out with more people being able to operate everything on their Wi-Fi. The thermostats, phones operate everything. Also, a lot of the systems are now communicating, so we actually get alerts. If their system breaks, depending on the system, they send us an alert. We will know it's messed up, and we can proactively contact that customer so that we can get out there and get it fixed even sooner, and hopefully before they truly notice that it is messed up and get it back up and running.
Okay, I say all the time on this show, I have a 22-year-old HVAC system at my house. I pray over it daily. I know it's not going to make it, another 22 years. But for somebody who maybe has one of those older systems, what's the best way to kind of extend the life of your system?
Maintenance is the key. Dirt is the number one cause for failure on an HVAC system. So having it out there twice a year, one heat, one AC. So essentially every 6 months, someone's putting their hands on it. And you can get us out there for as cheap as $17 a month.
Okay.
And then we're out there. We're going to let you know the goal is to keep it running as long as possible and hopefully keep it running as efficient as it was when it was newer, because that's the biggest thing is everybody loses that efficiency. And no one likes to pay power bills.
No. And so somebody's listening right now and they're like, oh gosh, I don't know if my system's ready for light, because we're going to get into the 20s. I don't think we're going to get out of the 20s this weekend, which can be a lot of stress on your system.
The system's going to get stressed out, especially I think Sunday. I don't know if we're getting above freezing on Sunday.
Yeah.
So Mother Nature definitely plays a role on how long those systems last and how long they're working. I would say get us out there as quick as possible. The sooner the better. We're only a day away or so now from that weather, but it's never too late.
Yeah. Skylar, I don't know if you play the thermostat wars in your house.
Oh, yeah.
We definitely play them in
Yes.
mine. I like to be on the cooler side of the house. My husband likes it a little bit warmer. What's the optimal temperature, especially when you're thinking about like freezing temps outside? What do you need it to be inside?
Comfortable.
Oh, gosh.
That was a very neutral answer.
Comfortable. I will always side with the wife. The wife is always going to win that battle because we
Okay.
know who runs the house.
All right, Rob, you're listening. I win.
So biggest thing is only one can have, if it's a Wi-Fi thermostat, being 22 years old, probably do not have that.
We do not. No, there's
But-
no way we could have
so,
a Wi-Fi. Yeah.
One person gets to adjust the temperature, be happy.
Okay.
So,
All
but yeah,
right.
don't run it crazy hard, but don't be uncomfortable. It's your house.
Okay.
Be comfortable.
Oh, now my husband's, he's like, Blake said,
gonna-
don't be,
yeah,
I'm uncomfortable. I'm
Well,
cold.
Sounds
Blake
like
said,
within
just turn
reason.
it up.
Within reason, because that'll fight a battle and, makes it, it'll give you something to talk about.
Yeah. It definitely gives us something to talk about around the house. All right. So as we're getting ready, for this weather system that's coming through, any other tips, tricks, anything that you would say, like, to make sure, because we are thinking about, some people probably will lose power if we're going to get the ice that they're saying. So anything that people should do to prep their house, prep their system to get ready.
The biggest thing is now some of these efficient systems, the furnace will actually condensate water. So that drain line goes outside most of the time. So we want to keep that drain line from freezing, because if it freezes, you won't have heat because it'll back everything up. So you can put like some rock salt or something underneath there just to keep it from freezing from the ground up. Other than that, insulate everything. I hope you don't lose power.
Yeah, I know.
Again, the power I think is going to be our trigger point if we get the ice that we say. So maybe we'll just get snow and everybody can have fun outside.
Yes. And then as far as working for Horne, we love whenever we have you guys come in, because we talk about the culture, the training, like you being the new service manager. Did they just say, all right, Blake, you're in, you're done, ready to go?
It would have been nice if it was that easy. No, we went through an interview process. Like, it was almost like I had never worked there to make sure that we were getting the right fit, because John and Chris are big on the culture. So we went through 2 or 3 different interviews, different options, and luckily I fit.
Yeah,
So it worked out very well. It's a nice change. I have a great support staff behind me as well. So all in all, it was easy.
Yeah. And then when you came in as a service tech too, so even though you've been doing it for 17 years, did you get additional training whenever you came in as a tech?
100%. Again, different manufacturers. The systems work a little differently, and then it's always changing. Every year there's something new, something is different. So, I mean, we have training for the next 3 weeks as far as our technicians for all the stuff that's coming into 2026 and that came in into 2025. So it's ever changing, and we're trying to grow and stay ahead of it.
So they don't just throw you out there and say, figure it out yourself.
Out on the road.
Yeah.
The techs will feel that way. You never have enough training.
Well, because I'm sure stuff comes up and you're like, who
I was
going to
say,
for
who
this?
do I call
well,
for this?
it's taking a test in school. You can prep for and study.
Mm-hmm.
You see that test, your mind goes blank. Technicians are the same way. You see a problem and you forget what you learned until you just have that reassurance of talking it through with someone else, and you'll walk right through it.
That's the great thing about Horne, though. You always have somebody else that you can call. You're never just out there working. You have support back at the home office. You have support all different kinds of ways.
We have it. Phones, technology is great when it works. So everybody has a phone in their pocket at all times. I mean, I hate to say it, but customers will also Google everything, and they will think they know what's going on. That can lead the technicians down different paths.
Oh, I bet.
But that's why it's important to have a company like Horne come out and service your unit, come out and, take care of you. And if there's an issue, you guys are the ones to call.
Yeah, we're a one-stop shop now. We've added plumbing to it. So now, they call us. We can get HVAC, plumbing. We're going to have some generators coming out. With this weather, can't get it done before.
Right.
But that will help in the future. So people don't, if they lose power, they have a generator option and they stay at least warm and
Great.
food stays good.
Yes, great option, great. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Blake. Check out hornehvac.com.
Thank you very much.
'50s for our Thursday to enjoy. Then as we get into the upcoming weekend, it does look like we're going to have a mess on our hands. Still not ready to iron out exact details, but getting a clearer picture of snow, sleet, and freezing rain on Sunday that could leave long-lasting travel and power impacts in the next week. That's your forecast. From the WSIC Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
Here's your WSIC community calendar.
We've got performances, exhibitions, and live music you won't want to miss, all close to home.
First up, head to the Armour Street Theater in downtown Davidson for a timeless theatrical experience. The Davidson Community Players present Shakespeare's The Winter's Tale, a powerful story of jealousy, forgiveness, and redemption brought to life on stage. Shakespeare's The Winter's Tale runs January 22nd through February 8th. Find specific showtimes, ticket info, and more at davidsoncommunityplayers.org under the Shows tab. That's davidsoncommunityplayers.org and take in Shakespeare's The Winter's Tale starting January 22nd.
If live music is more your style, plan a trip to the Twisted Oak in Statesville on Saturday, January 24th for Rocky Lynn Live. Rocky's blend of country, rock, and heartland energy makes for a night of great tunes and good vibes. The show kicks off at 7:30, and all the details you need are up at downtownstatesville.com. You won't want to miss Rocky's first hometown show of 2026, Saturday, January 24th. Rocky Lynn Live at the Twisted Oak in Statesville.
And finally, for our art lovers, Mooresville Arts at the Depot invites you to the 13th annual Winter Juried Exhibition, running January 20th through February 26th at the historic train depot in downtown Mooresville. See incredible work from local and regional artists judged by Marissa Pascucci, gallery and collection coordinator from Davidson College. Don't miss the artist reception on Friday, January 23rd, 6 to 8 p.m. To learn more about this exhibition and other arts offerings, head to mooresvillearts.org.
For more Lake Norman news, events, job opportunities, and real estate information, visit liveworkplaylkn.com.
That's liveworkplaylkn.com.
Harrison's knows the work doesn't stop just because the temperatures drop. Load up on the warmest workwear and toughest work boots from Ariat, Carhartt, Brunt, and more. Harrison's will keep you working warm all winter long. Come see us in Mooresville or harrisonsusa.com.
Good morning, LKN is back with more shenanigans and spotless cleaning support because this show's messier than your kitchen. WSIC, local, starts here.
Good morning, LKN 748 on this Thursday. Thanks to Blake Hovis from Horne Heating and Air. If you have an issue with your system, if you're worried about it, give Horne a call. We got a couple of days. Said they're adding generators soon, too, so that'll be awesome.
And that's a word we keep hearing come up right now.
Yeah, big word. Big word of the day. I know our word of the day was nithing, but really our word of the day is generator. Yes, do you have your generator? Do you have it ready? I guess there's some places. I did see... I mentioned Lake Ridge Outdoors yesterday on the show. They said yesterday DM'd and they're like, "We're out of sleds. Please stop telling people to come
more
here."
sleds.
Yes, they're out. They ran out. They sold them
funny.
all. So, but yes, if you're looking for a sled or some winter gear, I did. So for me growing up here in the South, we would get a snow. And I don't know about growing up in the Bay Area. Did you guys ever get snow or ice?
I mean, we were close to the mountains, but not really like in the Bay Area itself.
You don't have to worry about like snow and ice conditions growing up.
I think maybe once ever, like it was not a normal. No, the answer is no.
So we get here growing up, maybe a little bit, like one snow a year with a little bit that maybe everything shuts down for the afternoon. And then maybe every, 3 years, 5 years, something, get a big one.
A big one.
Shut everything down for a week. Growing up pre-internet, shut everything down for a week means like everything's shut down. Yes, you're watching you're watching the stories with you're watching the guiding light because there's literally nothing else on TV.
I was going to say, like, yeah, what would you do to prep for that?
Yeah, nothing. Yeah, you got Totino's Pizzas and the guiding light because you've watched all of your Disney, VHS movies. Funny. Yeah, you've been through them all, so there's nothing else to do. But it would shut everything down for a long time. But the thing that's different about this is just getting ready for like all the little things that you need to have in your house. And like, so how are you prepping as a newbie to this
total newbie
to this area? Because after you lived in the Bay Area, you lived in Vegas,
LA
and Vegas. Yeah. So not really winter weather prep.
Snow warnings.
And we haven't had a big snow since you moved here, have we?
No.
Okay.
No. Well, and that's what's so funny is like, I remember last year we had like one kind of storm and I remember like not knowing, I'm like, how do I know when I'm allowed to drive again? Because I keep saying this about like the ice on the road is like the big danger. Yeah. And I'm like, and my dad was like, you have to wait for it to get warm enough to melt the ice again. I was like, oh man, this is like science and prepping and whatnot. So I'm doing a lot. Well, I did a big Target run yesterday and I'm just trying to add like all the stuff everyone says, have the flashlights and have the canned goods and foods and some water and stuff in case. And I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I don't know.
So I'm thinking that this is what I always do this. I'm like, oh, a weekend, like if it's going to rain or something, I was like, I'm going to get all my like life admin. Like when I say admin work, like I'm going to get all my life stuff.
That's a good idea.
Kind of put in order. So like my admin stuff would be like clean out closets and organization and that kind of stuff. So, but I did see this trend going on social media for admin days. Have you seen this?
Yes. Like to do it with your friends.
Yes.
And make it like a party, but not, right?
Yes. But I don't know how I would do that with like your admin kind of stuff.
And then admin,
what would fall into those categories?
Well, I guess that would be a fun question, right? Are we talking like laptop admin work or like in-home admin work?
See, I'm not sure. I think I need two admins, right? I always say, I wish I had a stay-at-home. I need an
admin assistant and another admin assistant.
Yes,
because those are different skill sets.
I need one that can do like manual labor and one that can do the technology part of it.
Totally. Because I guess if they were doing like a group of friends, it would have to be more stuff like on your computer.
Would it be like paying your bills, or setting like, appointments, making doctor's appointments,
that's
and
kind
things
of what
like that?
I would imagine. I would like to do that, to be like, all right, I need to go to the dermatologist. I need to, and kind of just like get the appointments scheduled
all
or
set.
The things you put off doing forever. But then also, you're right. Like as you were talking about organizing, I'm like, well, I really would like to reorganize the bathroom cabinets. Those are getting bad in my house.
Yes. I did we're doing some renovations in our house, so we have not had cabinet doors in our kitchen since Thanksgiving. And so we've just had like open shelving.
It's just been open concept.
Open concept, but not on purpose. So when you have to stare at your kitchen cabinets,
you're really getting intimate with it.
They get very organized. So not just the organization, but like, is shelf paper a thing? Is that a thing? I feel like that's a very Southern thing. Do you know what that is?
Is that the thing that it goes at the bottom of
the
shelf?
It goes at the bottom.
Okay.
Yes. And so there's like different designs and things. So
no. Okay. I mean, I've definitely heard of like, like the rubber, like kind of like plastic to keep the dishes from slipping. But
yes.
Designs.
Okay. So yes, it's like the next step to wallpaper. So like, if you're not ready
to commit to wallpaper, maybe try shelf
paper. It's a really fun way to do it. So I went online, deep dive into like all these different designs of shelf paper. And then I order like the special cutting tool to cut it to the size of the cabinet, right?
You don't know what size paper.
So it just makes you feel like.
And have you put it in?
I've put it in. I did it. Yeah. So that was my last admin day at home. It just took a couple of days. I think we had like a rainy weekend or something. And so I was like, I'm going to take 2 days. I'm going to organize the cabinets. New shelf. It does. It makes you feel.
It does give it it elevates it.
And I feel like if my cabinets are organized, my life is organized.
Rest is done.
That's
kind of, I feel the same. And so therefore, if you saw my cabinets right now, you would have a lot of questions about how I'm getting things done.
Well, don't assume anything by the situation of my cabinets. And then my pantry, I mentioned we are a snack and takeout family only. So my pantry is extremely well organized because all this in there is like chips and crackers.
So I was going to ask, are you savory or sweet snacks?
Oh, I do. I go both ways.
Okay.
Yeah. Savory and sweet. So my girl dinner, go-to girl dinner is all from Aldi, and it is a cheese and crackers and chocolate covered coconut almonds with a glass of rosé. Yeah, that's girl dinner.
You're saying
right there.
Everything that I like.
Yes.
Those are all of my favorite words, Mamie.
So when Rob goes to the store, he's like, I get your snack, right? You still want your snack. Maybe 1 month 1 week a month, I'm like, no, I don't think I'm ready for that.
I could mix it up.
Yeah, let's mix it up. Let's do hummus or something crazy instead.
I'll have a tapenade today. I love a dip. So I'm a snacker too, but I love a dip.
Okay, so you're going what, like hummus, salsa, whatever?
Let me just talk about a buffalo dip. Let me talk about a spinach artichoke dip.
A buffalo chicken dip?
I'm sorry, a buffalo chicken dip is, I laugh because it was like probably 2 or 3 years ago. I realized I don't have to wait for the Super Bowl party for this. I can just have it at home.
You can make it
all
anytime.
the time. Oh yeah. So I like an egg salad. I mean, I like anything that I can dip a cracker into and just like, and because I feel like it's less calories when I'm snacking at the kitchen counter.
I would agree. Yes, if you're standing, it's less calories than if you're sitting on the couch.
Correct.
Yes.
It's girl math, but I do believe that is true.
And also, sitting at the table is less calories than sitting on the couch.
I mean,
too.
It's different caloric intake.
I feel like the posture of your body affects,
how many calories.
How many calories go through your body.
I agree.
All right. So if we are going to be stuck at home, let's say through Monday, let's say Saturday through Monday, we're kind of stuck at home. What are you doing? What is your kind of like go-to plan?
You know what's so funny? This is such a great reflection question. Like it's actually deceptively
think
deep
about your life.
Because you're like, we always think about like, oh yeah, like I'm not worried about spending a day alone or whatever, but that's like with my devices and with the internet. And so when you have to go, okay, if you had nothing, what would you really enjoy doing? And I laughed because I was at Target yesterday and I was like, shit. Am I going to get a puzzle? And then
are you going to be that girl?
I did not because I couldn't pick one. So I thought that's probably not a good start to the puzzle journey. So I did buy Scrabble though, because I feel like Scrabble's a classic board game, right?
Scrabble's a good one. Yeah.
And I did say that Tommy could teach me how to play poker. If we have no anything to do, I would like to learn how to play poker. So we'll see. That might be my new skill that I learned. We'll
we
what
go
about you?
Blackjack probably over poker.
See, blackjack is good. I like that, but it's a lot of math.
It's not too bad though. You just have to be able to add to 21. So,
Mamie, if you looked at which by the way, did you know you can actually look at the history of your calculator?
Don't.
So we did this New Year's, a group of friends, we looked at the history of our calculator and
no,
you would realize that I should not be playing blackjack.
Well, I probably shouldn't be either, guys. It would be, yes, I would need my piece of paper to add up, or I'd be like counting on my fingers.
Oh yeah, that would be me. They'd be like at the casino, like she's definitely not cheating.
Well, I always, kind of the trope is like girls are bad at math, kind of what people say. And I'm always like, don't say you're bad at math. Girls are great at math, but don't look at my calculator
But not this girl.
Not this girl.
There are definitely girls who are great at it, and it's just not me, unfortunately. Math and I are not. We don't speak.
No, I don't want to look at my calculator history. Please,
you should for fun. But yes, it's eye opening.
Quite embarrassed because it's going to be like 10 times 1,000.
Oh, I literally not even. I had 4 + 6 + 2. Like it was. I don't even want to talk about it. It was so bad. Tommy was like, I don't know what to do with this.
That's a great party trick though. You could do that too until your phone battery dies. But yes, if you do think about being home this weekend, a couple of things you can do. Talking about like batteries and charging. If your laptop's charged, you can plug in your phone and charge it that way. So different ways, but just be prepared, right? The batteries, the external batteries for your phone, especially.
External batteries.
Also checking on your neighbors. So if you have neighbors that live alone, elderly neighbors, we've mentioned this several times. If you live alone, and we'll mention this several more times, if you live alone, you don't have anybody, you don't have family nearby, reach out to one of the faith-based communities, one of the churches, the organizations in the area. They are there to help. They'll be happy to help and just to be someone to check in on you if you need something.
Because you never know. And you never know what, like we were talking about with Horne, it's like you don't actually even know what might come up yet until it happens.
Right. So just be safe and be prepared. All right. So we're not going puzzle. We are going Scrabble. Anything else that are you going to read a book or something like that?
I do love books. I'm a book girly. So I have plenty of books ready to go. Maybe I should grab another one. I don't know. That would be a good. I love an excuse to just read. And
just
that
read a book.
Feel
yeah.
Nice. What
so
about
we lost power once a few years ago, and I was like, oh, I'm going to be the book girly. I'm going to read a book by candlelight. Way harder than you think.
Well, it is because you're having to like hold the book kind of at the right angle near the candle.
Yeah. I was like, everybody who grew up before electricity, did you guys have like super sight or something?
Yeah, they must have. They would be reading
see
it.
A thing.
Like this.
Yes. Yeah. I was like, I'm about to light this book on fire.
That's true. And per the fire department, we really got to be careful.
We don't want to
do
that. So read with a flashlight, I think is what it's going to be. But I was trying to be all like romanticize this reading a book by candlelight. Not a good idea, guys. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be back. Skylar's going to hang out with us in the second hour of Good Morning LKN.
We'll be right back with more Good Morning LKN and zero judgment about your dirty dishes. Spotless cleaning gets it. WSIC. Local starts here.
WSIC 105.9 FM, 100.7 FM, 1400 AM. Statesville, Lake Norman's home for local talk radio. WSIC. Local starts here.
Peace. Very unique for the world. It's for the world. This isn't United States. This is for the world.
President Trump at the charter signing this morning in Davos, Switzerland, creating the Board of Peace, initially set up to move and implement peace in Gaza, rebuilding it after disarming Hamas.
And we can do other things. We can do numerous other things. Once this board is completely formed, we can do pretty much whatever we want to do. And we'll do it in conjunction with the United Nations.
Though he says the UN hasn't lived up to its potential. Some allies are not on the board amid concern it may try to undermine the UN. The president also, again, took credit for this.
We've settled 8 wars, and I believe another one's coming pretty soon. You know what that is?
Referring to Ukraine, and before leaving the World Economic Forum today, the president is now meeting with President Volodymyr Zelensky, while Special Envoy Steve Witkoff heads to Russia today for more peace talks there. As for Greenland, President Trump backed off his threat to impose tariffs on European countries opposing a U.S. takeover of Denmark's territory, Greenland. He calls it a national security need to deal with Russia and China threats.
The president says NATO Secretary General helped negotiate a framework for a future deal over Greenland and the Arctic Circle, de-escalating the situation further.
It gets us everything we needed to get.
The Danish foreign minister calls this a signal that they can now have talks with Trump's people.
Fox Business Network's Edward Lawrence in Davos. After weeks of angry anti-ICE protests in Minneapolis, Vice President Vance will visit today. Fox's Garrett Tenney's already there.
The White House says the vice president will be hosting a roundtable with local leaders, and the focus of that roundtable will be on restoring law and order in Minnesota. That's what the administration says it's been trying to do with more than 3,000 federal agents here who are facing stiff opposition and harassment from the community.
And there's new anti-ICE anger after a 5-year-old boy, 3 other students detained by immigration agents in Minnesota. America's listening to Fox News.
Are you living with dry AMD? If so, you could be on the road to geographic atrophy, or GA, a condition that leads to retinal cell death and permanent vision loss. But with Izervay, you can
slow it down and get it going slower.
Izervay slows GA progression by targeting a key source of retinal cell death, which may help preserve your vision longer. Izervay, or Avastin Capted Pagel, is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
Jack Smith will be in a hot seat at the House in a few hours, questioned over the 2 federal indictments he got during the Biden administration against former President and candidate Trump, dropped after the 2024 election.
During a deposition last month, former special counsel Jack Smith told Judiciary Committee attorneys he had enough evidence to prove President Trump was guilty in 2 cases, the mishandling of classified documents and of trying to overturn the results of the 2020 election. Both cases were dropped when he won a second term as president. But Republicans allege politics influenced a decision to prosecute, and many will have questions about Smith's tactics, including gathering up Republican lawmakers' phone records on and around January 6, 2021. Separately, President Trump's asking a federal judge in Florida to block the release of a second volume of information about the classified documents case prepared by Smith, arguing it would be unfair as the case has been dismissed. Jessica Rosenthal, Fox News.
Now, another House committee's advanced contempt of Congress resolutions against former President Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton for refusing to answer questions in the Jeffrey Epstein sex trafficking investigation, ignoring subpoenas the Clintons maintain were unlawful. A not guilty verdict in Texas at the first trial stemming from the 2022 Uvalde school massacre.
Acquitting 52-year-old Adrian Gonzalez on all 29 counts of child endangerment in connection to the response effort following the Uvalde shooting. Prosecutors argued Gonzalez ignored his training by failing to immediately confront that shooter, but his defense said he was a scapegoat for police errors with, quote, a lot of gaps in the evidence presented. Those family members of the victims appeared stunned when the verdict was read. 19 children and 2 teachers were killed that day when police reportedly waited 77 minutes before entering a classroom and taking out the gunman.
That's Fox's Todd Pyro. The former Uvalde Schools police chief, Pete Arredondo, will go on trial next on similar charges. On Wall Street, stock futures are rising ahead of the opening bell. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Well, you never know, a big and bad winter storm was on the way. Pretty quiet, tranquil weather, sunshine, upper 50s for our Thursday to enjoy. And as we get into the upcoming weekend, it does look like we're going to have a mess on our hands. Still not ready to iron out exact details, but getting a clearer picture of snow, sleet, and freezing rain on Sunday that could leave long-lasting travel and power impacts into next week. That's your forecast. From the WSIC Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
Spotless cleaning. How can we make your day spotless? Yes, we make not just toilets spotless, but also counters, cabinets, and kitchens. We make your whole house, your whole day spotless. My grandparents taught me the details, not the things, make your home and your life luxurious. Yes, they raised me in Brazil. And that's why we will never charge you extra for base sports. Let me help you be a diva a few hours a week. Spotless Cleaning and C.com.
Good morning, LKN is back with more shenanigans and spotless cleaning support because this show's messier than your kitchen. WSIC, local, starts here.
Good morning, LKN. 8:06 on this Thursday. We are prepping for the winter weather. We just want to kind of keep you guys apprised of what's going on, what's happening. So we just want to make sure that everybody is prepared and ready and good to go. I know you guys are probably going to be tired of us talking about it, but we don't want to leave you guys uninformed and make sure everybody's ready to go and knows that this is a serious weather event. We're also going to over-prepare for this event, Skylar, rather than under-prepare.
I think that's the move.
I think that's the way that we're going to go. I always say overdressed rather than underdressed.
Right.
We're going to over-prepare.
Because you can always just keep it for the next time.
That's right. Or you can always just eat all the snacks.
Eat all the snacks.
Whether there's winter weather or not.
Exactly.
So Live, Work, Play LKN, every single week we do the weekend weather forecast. So we have what they have planned for, Chase Myers, who you just heard him previously, but he says snow likely moves in Saturday morning through the afternoon, changing over to sleet and freezing rain, which is where we could have problems. Temps will probably stay in the 20s Saturday and Sunday, with them dipping into the 10s and single digits Sunday night. That means you said your dad said that like the weather you have to wait for it to melt.
Right.
But then it freezes overnight.
Right.
I know. So then you get the
even if
snip,
it was
snap.
okay, yeah.
Right.
So how can one ever tell?
You can't really. No, you really just stay home. And if you need a note, I'm always happy to write you a note to stay home.
I might need that. I might need that.
But yes, the forecast is going to say justice. So just stay close. We're going to do what we can to kind of help people stay informed with what's going on. We also have, let's see, I think I have another winter weather update, but I can't find it right now. So we'll talk about it later. Did you watch the college championship football game?
I did. In fact. Yes.
Were you a fan of one of the teams, or you just watched as part of being just a fan of sports?
I love sports. And then this year, because Tommy's a Ole Miss guy, so we actually went to the Sugar Bowl, and then we went to Phoenix. So we watched. So Miami beat Ole Miss in Phoenix, and so then I was very invested.
You're very invested this year.
And then I also just thought both teams had a really cool story, so I was excited. Yeah. How about you?
I did watch it. I just watched it just for the excitement of the game. What's going on in the game? Yeah, I wasn't really pulling either way.
It was a great game.
Team. It was a good game. I also fell asleep at like 9 o'clock, so I didn't make it through the whole game.
Yeah, that's fair.
I love a 9 p.m. bedtime. But if you are chronically online like I am,
yes,
you may recognize this girl. So her name is Romeo on TikTok. That's her handle, and she wrote a jingle. So her kind of stick or her thing on TikTok is she just like, hey, here's a business, and if I was going to write a jingle, because we don't really have jingles anymore.
We do not, but we had them a lot. I love, and a jingle sticks with you.
It does. It stays with you.
Yeah.
It stays with you. So she wrote this jingle that said, and I'm going to sing it because I don't have the video first. I couldn't find it, but Dr. Pepper, baby, it's good and nice. Do-do-do. That's it.
That's the whole jingle.
It was 10-second video, 15-second video. Okay. That's it. And it popped off. And other businesses started contacting her. Hyundai contacted her, asked them to write her a jingle. I think Vita Coco, like the coconut water, contacted her. But Dr. Pepper took her song and turned it into a commercial that aired in the championship game. Yes. So as I'm sitting there on the couch,
you're like, wait a second.
I was like, and I'm singing along, and Rob's like, how do you know this? And I was like, from TikTok. And he's the least online person ever. But yeah, I just thought that was so cool. So they paid her $2 million
for the rights to the song.
For the rights to the song.
Wow.
Yeah. So now if you go on TikTok, at least my side of TikTok, you'll see everybody just making their
own jingles. Like, we got to bring back the jingle.
Yeah.
Everyone is now very passionate about the jingles again.
We're bringing it back. Here we go. Bill found it.
Dr. Pepper, baby, is good and nice.
This is the commercial that aired in the
Dr. Pepper, baby, is good and nice. Good and nice.
I love
if you live in a North Carolina zip code.
I am obsessed with that song now.
I mean, it is
catchy. Super catchy.
There is something about it. So does she do music with them on TikTok or just sings?
It's exactly like I just sang it. Wow. Yes, she sings a lot better than I do, but yes, it's just there's no backing track. There's
just her.
But people took it, and you know how people take the remix songs, so they added all that stuff to it. So yes, her video has been seen, I think 54 million times.
Like this. Dr. Pepper, baby, is good and nice.
Okay. That's the original. That's it.
I have a theme song for Dr. Pepper, and it goes like this.
That's it.
Dr. Pepper, baby, is good and nice.
I mean, it's so
catchy.
It's the do-do-do-do.
It's so catchy. That's it. So 54 million times as of this morning when I checked it.
Well, we watched it 6 just now.
Yeah, we helped with the views. But yeah, I'd love that when like something like that pops off for like a really fun idea.
Totally.
And it's fun for us to feel invested in her
and
success.
You feel like you appreciate that first of all, you appreciate the jingle because it's a great little jingle, but you also appreciate the story of it getting her, a job.
And that's like a 30-day turnaround too, from her posting that to it being in the national,
Pretty cool.
It's a pretty cool thing.
I wonder, Super Bowl, could she get a jingle into the Super Bowl?
She may get one into the Super Bowl too. That's what everybody was saying in the comments too, like this needs to be in the Super Bowl. So we'll see if they re-air that one again. But $2 million for a 15-second
jingle.
Yes. Was there anything that you can think of that might rival that? Yes.
No, I wish. My version of the jingle is that I will do little dances. So like I will be, if I think I'm going to go get my, my iced coffee, it's like I could have a little iced coffee dance.
Yeah, your iced coffee dance. Yeah.
Or like, oh, it's about to be like a girl dinner. We're like, oh, I'm going to have my little girl dinner. I'll do little like
little girl dinner
dances and things. So unfortunately, I don't think anyone's going to pay $2 million for my girl dinner dance, but I am available.
Yes.
I am available for
okay.
it.
We're putting it out there into the universe. Yes. All I have is silly little memes. That's all I got.
Well, those are not silly little ones. They are fantastic.
That's all I got. I got nothing else. So hopefully one of those will pop off. I do have Denny Hamlin to thank for about 15,000 of my followers. So one of those popped off and he shared it. So thanks to Denny for that one. It's just really cool to see that kind of stuff.
I love it. Those are my favorite stories too.
I think it's fun, and you're just like a regular person living your regular life, just putting stuff out
there.
And
she was doing it for all the right reasons. It had nothing to do with. Yeah, it was like I've seen like the girl who will do like if I was designing merch for this team. It's just like this is just fun, and they enjoy it, and they're.
I saw her, and she actually got hired. Did you see that?
Oh, did she?
Yes. So she designed she was designing merch for teams. Panthers was one of them. Okay. So bunch of people tagged me in that one, so I reshared it.
Cool.
And what she made, but she just
got
hired.
How I found about it.
Yeah, she just got hired by the Patriots.
Cool.
Yes, to design like a merch line for them.
That's so awesome.
So it's just somebody out there like doing work. So while you may never get TikTok famous or Instagram famous, just I think if you're going out there and you're doing like good, honest
stuff that
work
you
for the right
really
reason,
enjoy making and creating.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's
totally.
just, and then when you're having fun either way, right? Just like with this show every day, we're just here having fun, hanging out,
and then the
right
right thing. Yeah.
You never know when the right thing's going to come along. Yep. All right, we are going to continue to keep talking about the weather today. Make sure you guys are informed. Up next, we'll have a traffic update with David, and then Vaughn Seegers, our new host of the Home Ad Show, is going to join us at 8:45.
We'll be right back with more Good Morning LKN and zero judgment about your dirty dishes. Spotless cleaning gets it. WSIC. Local starts here.
Well, you never know, a big and bad winter storm was on the way. Pretty quiet, tranquil weather, sunshine, upper 50s for our Thursday to enjoy. Then as we get into the upcoming weekend, it does look like we're going to have a mess on our hands. Still not ready to iron out exact details, but getting a clearer picture of snow, sleet, and freezing rain on Sunday that could leave long-lasting travel and power impacts in the next week. That's your forecast. From the WSIC Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
Give the gift of wow. Shop at Harrison's. They'll be all smiles in new Carhartt. Ariat has layers they'll love, and there's nothing merrier than a pair of Tacovas. Find gifts for everyone at the home of Work Western and wow in Mooresville or at harrisonsusa.com.
Here's your WSIC community calendar.
We've got performances, exhibitions, and live music you won't want to miss, all close to home.
First up, head to the Armour Street Theater in downtown Davidson for a timeless theatrical experience. The Davidson Community Players present Shakespeare's The Winter's Tale, a powerful story of jealousy, forgiveness, and redemption brought to life on stage. Shakespeare's The Winter's Tale runs January 22nd through February 8th. Find specific showtimes, ticket info, and more at davidsoncommunityplayers.org under the Shows tab. That's davidsoncommunityplayers.org and take in Shakespeare's The Winter's Tale starting January 22nd.
If live music is more your style, plan a trip to the Twisted Oak in Statesville on Saturday, January 24th for Rocky Lynn Live. Rocky's blend of country, rock, and heartland energy makes for a night of great tunes and good vibes. The show kicks off at 7:30, and all the details you need are up at downtownstatesville.com. You won't want to miss Rocky's first hometown show of 2026, Saturday, January 24th. Rocky Lynn Live at the Twisted Oak in Statesville.
And finally, for our art lovers, Mooresville Arts at the Depot invites you to the 13th annual Winter Juried Exhibition, running January 20th through February 26th at the historic train depot in downtown Mooresville. See incredible work from local and regional artists judged by Marissa Pascucci, gallery and collection coordinator from Davidson College. Don't miss the artist reception on Friday, January 23rd, 6 to 8 p.m. To learn more about this exhibition and other arts offerings, head to mooresvillearts.org.
For more Lake Norman news, events, job opportunities, and real estate information, visit liveworkplaylkn.com.
That's liveworkplaylkn.com.
Good Morning LKN is back with more shenanigans and spotless cleaning support because this show's messier than your kitchen. WSIC Local starts here.
Good morning, LKN 818. We're going to see what's going on the streets with David and ICATS. Need a dependable ride to Charlotte? ICATS offers safe, affordable transportation from Iredell County for only $3 each way with dedicated drivers and access to the HOV lane. Your commute just got easier. Details at rideicats.com. David, how's it going out there?
Hey, guys. We just on 77 south coming down, we did experience, there was a truck in the HOV lane that now been moved to the side, left-hand side, it's abandoned now. If you're traveling the HOV lane southbound near exit 23, you can have a vehicle over to your left, so just be careful in that area. We got on Brookshire Freeway, exit 4, there's a abandoned car at the very top of the ramp, so kind of a little bit of a tight squeeze if you're on Brookshire, 54th, right near Church Street. Please be careful in that area. But right now we are 77 north, just above, coming up on Pineville Matthews exit, about a mile. Everything looks clear this way. Hopefully we'll continue to be that way the rest of the day.
Okay. All right. We like to hear it. Everybody just be safe out there. David, we asked you before, but then I think we got distracted by Raiders conversation. What advice you got for Skylar for this winter weather?
Don't wear a coat. Go short sleeves. Always expect that.
Okay.
And my wife was saying drink a lot of Pepsi Max, but
Okay. What's your snow? Yeah. Are you bread and milk for snow day prep? What are you getting for your snow day prep?
Well, me and my wife, we pretty much cut out bread, and we don't use a whole lot of milk. Every now and then we use some for cooking. We're mostly just water, protein bars, few frozen meals. That's about it. I guess the older we get, the less we have to fix, the better we are.
That's nice. That's nice. Well, I like it. So if you're looking to go healthy for your snow day, you head over to David's house.
There you go.
Yeah.
Protein bar.
Absolutely.
Protein bars.
Yes, ma'am.
I love it. I love it. All right, David. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a great day.
I hope y'all do as well. Take care. God bless.
Bye.
ICATS helps with everyday errands, just $1 to get picked up from home, Tuesdays to the VA, Thursdays to Winston-Salem, and Fridays to Hickory. All you have to do is plan ahead, ride ICATS.com. All right, Skylar, we're continuing to talk about this winter weather that's coming. Get everybody prepped. All right, we do have an article over on liveworkplaylkn.com about winter storm prep. So we mentioned a little bit from Cornelius Fire Department at the top of the show. We're going to mention this again. This is a different article, though. So liveworkplaylkn.com, website, always available, newsletter every Thursday at 2 p.m. comes out. So National Weather Service, obviously, snow and sleet totals could range from 1 to 6 inches. Big range. Big range. Yes.
Because like the difference between, 1 inch of snow, it feels like, I don't know, does that cover, like,
does it completely cover the ground?
Where 6 inches feels like it would be white outside.
Yes. It's going to be, there's going to be a lot of snow. Ice accumulation could reach up to 1 inch. Now, 1 inch doesn't sound like a lot, but when you have an inch of ice on those trees and power lines, that's where you get the down trees and the down power lines.
I see.
Yes. So that's where you have to be careful. Usually like a quarter to half an inch can really start to cause some damage.
That's when we start to be in trouble.
Yeah. So you need to be mindful of that. I would also say if you have any kind of limbs that, maybe should be taken down or hang over your house or hang over your car that you may be concerned about, that's
this
one.
Is something to look at.
Go ahead and take care of. Temperatures may stay in the 20s all weekend with single digits Sunday night. We mentioned that last segment, but just be mindful of that too. Have you heard about like the hose and you're supposed to?
Well, that's what I was gonna ask. Like like things that have water in it. Like what about your drains and stuff? Do they?
So like your drains on the outside of your house?
Great question.
Okay, so
yes,
the inside of your house should be fine as long as you keep you have insulation. Most houses have insulation, so the pipes inside should be fine. Sometimes they tell you to like drip your.
I've heard this. Yes.
Sometimes they'll tell you to do that. I can go kind of either way on that one. If you have a newer house, you probably don't need to be doing that. If you have an older house, maybe. But the outside, like where you have and I don't know what the correct, I call it a spigot. I don't know
we do
what
have
people
something
call
out
it.
there.
Yeah.
There's something
where your hose hooks
connects
up.
to.
Yes, I call it a spigot. I don't know that.
I wouldn't
what the right term for that
it's
is.
It's a thing outside that
yes,
has
the water where the water comes out.
Yeah.
So if you have your hose hooked up, I would unhook your hose from that.
Okay.
And then you just wrap it in a towel. There's probably a very fancier way to do it. A regular old bath towel just fine. You can also buy like there's like it's like a foam insulation that goes over top of it. You zip tie it to it.
That would work too.
I will say a towel works.
A towel works
just fine. A dry towel.
This is great.
Wrap it around, and that keeps that from freezing on the outside of your house. Also, removing the hose keeps the water in there from freezing if there's any left in the hose.
Got it. Okay.
Yes. So you do that. And then the ice buildup on the trees and power lines, like we said before, could mean widespread, long-lasting outages. So just be prepared. Monday morning travel, probably less than ideal. And then you need to charge your phones, battery packs, anything else that you'd be sad to lose power to. Anything you're like, all right, I'm going to need this.
I ordered a couple external battery chargers just to have them.
Good thinking. Easy meals. So that could be snacks.
We love snacks.
Wine, whatever's easy for you to do.
Like I said, some peanut butter and jelly. I feel like it's kind of nice to have an excuse to eat the snacks that you want.
I love that David has protein bars and salad stocked.
Yes.
That's not our house.
That will not be mine.
No, that will not be mine. My usually snow day prep would be definitely the snack bars. Like we'll say protein bars. It's really mostly just like elevated candy bar.
Yeah,
is really what
correct.
it is. And then I think the last time that we had a snow day, I went to the store and I got like stuff to make pizza, cookies. Oh gosh, I got probably ice cream.
Ooh, yum.
Have you ever done snow cream though?
No, what is that?
Snow cream. Okay, I think Justin had not had it before either. When
no,
we snowed last year.
I've heard of snow cones.
Snow cream. You make it from the snow.
What?
So you put a bowl out and it has to be like the good fluffy snow. Like if you have.
Yeah, it has to be that like.
Yeah.
Okay.
The good snow. It can't be like if there's sleet and stuff mixed in, it's not going to be as good. But you put a bowl out and it catches the snow that falls from the sky.
Okay.
You bring it in, you add sweetened condensed milk, vanilla, and maybe a little bit of just regular milk.
Okay.
Mix it up.
And how do you mix it? Like just by hand. You don't need a mixer.
Yep. So you just take like your regular old mixing bowl out there, fill it up, and then however much snow is there is how much snow cream you get. And it's like ice cream, but made straight from snow.
I mean, that's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. Yeah. It's one of the like core memories of me as a kid. So yeah, the other tips on here: avoid unnecessary travel. Don't just, hey, I'm from up north. I know how it goes. I can do this. I can drive in this. You guys are crazy. No, we're not prepared for this. I'll say that again.
And then there's people like me who are even less prepared.
Yes, yes. If travel is unavoidable, if you have to get out, make sure you pack blankets, flashlight, and a first aid kit in your car just in case you get stuck. There was a snowstorm, probably that 2018 snowstorm that we had. And I happened to be in Charlotte at Blumenthal with Katie seeing a show for her birthday. Okay. And as we come out, it starts snowing. And it fell so quickly that the drive from Charlotte back home took us about an hour and a half.
Really?
So we had to drive so slow. And we saw people
and
just...
you're just basically just...
Yeah, you're just like...
barely moving.
So slow. You can't see the lines on the roads either when it gets like that. And so we saw cars like... going off to the ditch left and right. It was pretty scary. So go slow and make sure you do have blankets, water, a flashlight, and first aid kit. Check on your neighbors and make sure your pets are being inside. And this is not to like scare you guys. It's just about being smart. Winter weather, it doesn't happen around here often.
Right.
So when it does, we don't have the infrastructure. I love the meme of the Bojangles seasoning out to season to salt the road. That's
I've heard we've talked about salt a lot, just salting your driveway, rock salt. He was saying rock salt around the HVAC unit, right?
Yeah.
I was like, that's a whole other other ingredient.
Rock salt, all I ever know rock salt for is for like making ice cream. And so, it's actually, there's other uses for it in the world.
It does other things as well. Yeah.
You don't just use it to make ice cream. So that's the only reason that I thought that it ever existed. But apparently it's useful for melting ice
or keeping it from freezing. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either. But but we're taking all the advice. We're writing it all down. Yes. We're going to follow all the rules and all the things. So we just want to be prepared. We want everybody to be prepared. Like we said, we're going to over prepare for this, not under prepare. So we just make sure that everybody's ready.
Well, and I feel like the more you talk about it, like you said, it sounds like we talk about it a lot, but it's like the more you talk about it, the more you really start to think about, oh, that's a good thing. And then you do the best that you can, but you're able to kind of like, okay, now I think I understand why I need this or what might help. And it just makes it feel more approachable.
Well, we also want you to have like a nice cozy time at home and not feel panicked.
Not be panicked.
This stuff happens.
And feel under like you're really nervous about, just to be able to, like you said, be okay being at home and not be stressed about it.
Yeah. So as you're getting ready and thinking, like, do you feel introvert or extrovert? I don't think I've ever had this conversation with you.
I am more extroverted than introvert. I would be like, what is the one that's in the
omnivert?
Omnivert. I think I'm omnivert extrovert. Like if I'm by myself all day at home, then I might as well just go to bed. I'm exhausted. But if I'm talking to people, then I'm excited.
You're good.
So,
yeah. Okay. So yes. So I just think like for us that may be extroverted, that be like, I want to be out. I want to be around people.
Yeah. Like I will feel weird if it's a couple days of like not being around people.
Yes. I think about like the early or even any other snow days where it's like, oh boy, snow day. I'm at home and I'm snuggly and I'm watching my shows. And then like day 2, you're like, okay, I watched all the shows.
The shows are done. What am I doing now?
Yes, what am I doing now? Yes. And now I've played this game on my phone for 3
hours. I've done all the things. Yes. I think about that too, because that's often like I do get that way where I'm like, I want to go out and just talk to some people and say hi and be out with the world.
What's up. Yeah. So, but we are going to make sure that everybody is over prepared for this event. Whether you are an introvert or extrovert, wherever you want to be, just make sure you're ready for this. It looks like it is going to be more of an ice event than a snow. We will get some snow, but the ice and the sleet are going to come on top of that. So we just want to be prepared for that. Right. Make sure you have everything ready, everything set. So if you do have a generator, make sure that it is outside. It has plenty of room for ventilation. You have your batteries, your external chargers, and all the things that you need to be prepared for this weekend. All right, we'll be right back.
We'll be right back with more Good Morning LKN and zero judgment about your dirty dishes. Spotless cleaning gets it. WSIC. Local starts here.
Well, you never know, a big and bad winter storm was on the way. Pretty quiet, tranquil weather, sunshine, upper 50s for our Thursday to enjoy. Then as we get into the upcoming weekend, it does look like we're going to have a mess on our hands. Still not ready to iron out exact details, but getting a clearer picture of snow, sleet, and freezing rain on Sunday that could leave long-lasting travel and power impacts in the next week. That's your forecast. From the WSIC Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
Bob McIntosh here with the McIntosh Law Firm in Davidson. Serving this community has been a collective passion of our law firm since 1997. We offer the quality legal services and results you would expect from a large downtown firm, but with a personal, community-focused approach right here at home. The McIntosh Law Firm, your local legal resource.
To learn more about the McIntosh Law Firm, visit McIntoshLawFirm.com.
Keep winter cold outside with propane heat from GMB Energy. We provide cost-effective propane to cook meals and heat your home and water, even when the power goes out. For a limited time, save big with rebates, like up to $350 on cozy heat fireplaces and up to $450 on select Rinnai tankless water heaters. Visit one of our 9 locations. Call 855-LPG-PROS or visit gbenergy.com. GMB Energy, family-owned and NC Grow.
No one should face an empty plate, especially in our own backyard. At Angels and Sparrows, we are feeding families, fueling futures, and fighting poverty every day. But we can't do it without you. Help us keep our plates full. Join our full plate fundraiser at angelsandsparrows.org.
Every day you listen to the news. But how is that news affecting your financial world? Things like your retirement and your kids' college fund? You need someone who can help you work towards your goals, someone to help you move forward in these times of change. Call Eileen Stoner at Morgan Stanley. Eileen has 28 years of experience as a financial advisor, and she's right here in Cornelius, North Carolina. To make an appointment with Eileen Stoner, call 704-896-9138. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC. Member SIPC.
You're doing your best, but past trauma, anxiety, or loss keeps showing up in your life. The Kohler Group's trained Christian therapists specialize in trauma, depression, anxiety, grief, and life transitions. We combine clinical expertise with spiritual depth to help you find lasting peace. Insurance and self-pay options are available, making support accessible. You don't have to walk this journey alone. Call or text 252-758-8636 today. Healing is possible, especially when God is part of the process.
Struggling with focus, memory, or mental clarity? Royer Neuroscience offers personalized, remote brain training designed to improve your cognitive health. Anywhere, anytime, you can boost focus, enhance mental performance, and thrive emotionally and physically. Visit RoyerNeuroscience.com and reclaim your brain today.
Don't miss a thing. Download the WSIC News app today. WSIC. Local starts here.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. One of the biggest consumer goods companies in the world says sales stalled last quarter. Procter & Gamble reported revenue that was weaker than Wall Street expected. The results from the maker of Pampers and Tide detergent shows that shoppers spent cautiously in the final months of 2025. Consumers were also hurt by the government shutdown. In a bid to boost growth, P&G has been cutting some prices and adjusting its package sizes to appeal to more cost-conscious shoppers. Checking in on trading, President Trump pivoting on Greenland, and that's sending stocks higher for a second day. The president dialing back his threats about acquiring the territory, and that's calming the markets. And 2/3 of the nation bracing for the severe winter storm that could cause unusually low temperatures. Natural gas futures have jumped to the highest level in 4 years and are on track for a weekly gain of more than 70%. Surging gas prices spell trouble for consumers struggling with high energy bills. Courtney Donahoe, Bloomberg Radio.
The button pushing stops here.
WSIC. Local starts here.
Good morning, LKN is back with more shenanigans and spotless cleaning support because this show's messier than your kitchen. WSIC. Local starts here.
Good morning, LKN 8:34 on this Thursday. Skylar, thanks so much for joining me here
Thanks
today.
For
I'm
having
having
me.
so much fun just hanging out with you.
Same. I love being here.
Yeah, just love chatting with you. And so we were talking about what to do in the snowstorm. If we lose power, then we probably lose internet.
Right.
We lose our Wi-Fi. Maybe tough to get a signal. So apparently doom scrolling is out.
Doom scrolling would be out.
Grandma hobbies are in.
This would be the perfect time to get into
This would be a great time to get into a grandma hobby. So you mentioned puzzles before. You decided to go Scrabble.
Yes.
Grandma hobbies such as needlepoint, crosswords, watercolors, and more screen-free activities are in. So this is something you could think of. Which way would you go? We've got also on this list, I think they had scrapbooking. Is that still a thing?
I would love to scrapbook. I know that would be my thing is like, I would love to scrapbook, but I don't. It feels like you have to do a lot of prep work to get to a point where you could scrapbook again.
I can't remember the last time I printed a photo.
Right. I printed some just because we wanted some framed at home, but that was like a very one-off thing.
Yes, I think it was my wedding pictures was the last
yeah, it's like you kind of get it done one time and then you're like, we're not doing this.
You're like, boy, this is a process. I can't believe I used to take, 22 pictures on my little disposable camera, take it to the drugstore to get developed.
And we did this award show thing with Tommy, and we called the Grand National Bash. We did it in December at the Kane Center, and we had disposable cameras there, and I just have them at home because I don't know what to do with them. I'm like, I need to take these and get them developed, but I don't even know where you can get them developed
Where,
anymore.
when, or how. Yeah, I don't know how that works. Yes.
So scrapbooking is probably out.
Okay, so no scrapbooking for you. All right. What about needlepoint? What's your thought on that?
So, okay, these are the activities that in concept I like. In practicality, I'm like, I have to thread a needle. I'm going to drop the needle. Like that feels very risky for me. What about you?
I don't think needlepoint. I will say cross stitch was my mom's jam.
Okay.
And now that I do remember we did talk about this on the show. I was like, I don't think we talked about this. We did talk about this a few weeks ago, but it's fine. It's all coming back to me. Yes, that's how much memory stay in my head. But my mom was the boss of cross. Like that was her doom scrolling was crossword. So we would put on a movie or something for us kids, and my mom would sit in her chair.
She had her activity.
And she would wear her little reader glasses, and she would sit there and cross stitch and like, don't bother mama. Like she's in the zone.
She's in the zone.
She's in the moment. And she would make these beautiful, a lot of them the cross stitch came with pattern. I have several of them in my house now. But she made them. I mean, she was just like, that was her thing. That was her activity. Yeah. And then my dad would get them framed and hang in the house.
Yeah, it's kind of fun when you're like, I've made this, and it's
and hang in the house. And then she gave a lot to my grandmother and my great grandmother. And so in my family, if you gift someone something, when they pass away, you get it back.
Oh, I love that.
So mom was always like, yes, remember that the gifts you give me will come back to you one day. So, so my grandmothers on both sides would write like whoever gave them the gift on the back. Now, if it's a gift card or something, you're probably not getting that back.
Getting spent. But
like a picture, a piece of furniture, an antique or something, they would just have like a piece of masking tape, which was our jam or something. Because it doesn't leave a mark.
That makes it very easy.
And it would just have
no questions here.
Dawn written on it. And so the mom was like, just remember, this is how it works in our family. So
I love that.
The nicer gifts you give to me, the better they come back to you.
Yeah, you will. And with the love that
with all the love, yes.
I love that.
So yeah, that's our tradition in our family. But mom made a lot of cross stitches. She made a lot to give to my grandmother. So then she got them back when my grandmother's passed away.
I love it.
And so when my mother passed away, yes, we were like, okay, mom made this. And so it was really cool to see like who made it for who. So yeah, I love a cross stitch. I don't think I have the patience to sit and do it.
How long? I was gonna say, what is the average cross stitch time commitment?
Depends on the amount of stitches that you're crossing, I think.
Yeah. It depends on how many stitches must be crossed.
Yes.
We simply cannot say.
Also, if I'm judging by my mother's amount of time it took her, I also don't know if I should, if that should be correct. She's like, sorry, girls, I'm in my cross stitch time. I can't come back to this. I can't go back to this. So watercolors is the other one that's on here.
Okay.
Now, painting, could you get into that one?
I think I could. I would, but my problem with like the coloring books and that is that I think a coloring book maybe would be better because like if I'm doing the paint by whatever, I'm a very like abstract, thinker. So I end up doing my own thing. Yes. I remember we went to one of those like paint and sip wine nights, for one of my girlfriends, her bachelorette party. And everyone has this beautiful beach scene, and I just look like I was making a Rothko. It's just just lines.
Just
I'm like,
blotches on there.
I'm just not interested in following these instructions. So I don't know that I would be very good at watercolor.
I feel the same. So my daughter Katie loves to paint. That's her go-to thing, and so she can just kind of freehand. Sometimes she'll trace and then paint it. She loves to do that. And so the paint and sip nights when those were like at their height,
a big cool thing. Yeah,
loved it. We did several birthday parties there. there. She loved that kind of stuff. And so I would go with her sometimes, and I was like, it's just not, I just
Yeah,
can't.
I like being in the environment with everybody, but I'm going to make my own thing.
I love to watch you being creative and you following the, and I always say I like baking over cooking, because baking is like very set
precise.
instructions.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Cooking is just like a dash of this,
and
a dash
that's why
of that.
I like cooking, not baking.
So
I can mix it up.
But when it comes to the painting, and like you have to paint this picture
it has to
here,
look exactly like
I'm like,
I
don't want to.
Can't be me. Couldn't be me.
Yeah, I'm not so good at that one either. So, and I'm not super artistic. Like, creative, I will say I am creative.
You're very creative.
But as far as like, coming up with
tactile versions of the thing. I'm similar. Like I I would be interested in doing like a pottery lesson or but it's like that's a whole thing. You can't do that at home.
I did take woodworking in high school.
Did you?
Yes, my birdhouse was mostly glued together.
That would be me.
Because when it came time to like the
actually use the tools, I would be. It's a no for me.
Yes, and I was like, this is wood glue. This
feels
wood.
like it's going to work just fine.
I think we're going to be good right here. This looks like this is going to work out just fine for me.
That is really funny. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to think of what my grandma activity would be. It's feeling like it might just be the crosswords. That feels
crosswords. That's a great one too. The Sudoku too.
I think I really like Sudoku.
I prefer. I know there's a lot of apps that have it out there, the puzzle games and the apps and things like that. But I prefer
to have it handwritten.
I feel like I'm like in a Nora Ephron movie or something.
Who doesn't love feeling like they're in a Nora Ephron movie?
Really?
I mean, that's what I'm trying to recreate this weekend.
Like, let me put on like matching pajamas.
Oh yeah, big cream colored sweaters and candles and just
and sit in there with like my readers and whether I need them or not, and my crossword
I am
book.
interested in the glass of wine.
Yes, and then I'm living like
I'm interested in.
We said earlier, sometimes when you're in this, creating this moment, you're like, oh wait, this isn't
the
feel
vision
like it does.
feels different than the execution of it.
Yes.
Well, it's funny because I do like to do that where like at 5 p.m. I do feel like at home I can create cozy o'clock. Like if I don't have to go out and do
o'clock.
If I don't have to go out and do comedy or anything, which happens a lot. So when I do get to be home and I know I'm not going anywhere, I'm like 5 p.m. The candles are getting lit, the wine's being poured. There's brie and cheese and on the counter, and it is like the blankets are out and it is cozy o'clock.
Cozy o'clock. Okay, I'm going to start doing that.
I love it.
Although my cozy o'clock is probably going to be around 4 p.m. 4 p.m. I get very excited if I can get home. My husband gets off work at 6 o'clock every day, and so if I can get home at like 4, and I know I have 2 hours, so that's my
totally.
I'll say the same thing. I get
o'clock.
Yes, my stepmother gave me this like faux fur blanket, and I fully feel like I am either in Game of Thrones or I am Elsa from Frozen. Yes, either way, and the dog loves it too. So I get bet. The corner of the sofa.
Yes, you get your spot on the couch, and it is cozy, and it's delightful.
Make my girl dinner, and then he comes home and he's like, "What's for dinner?" And I was like, "Your choice."
Yep,
and I'm
whatever
not cooking
it. Yep, whatever you want.
I came home at 3:30, and I've enjoyed my last 2 hours.
It's so nice, and I love that. I love it.
Yeah, so cozy o'clock. All right, we're going to implement that one. I think that's a great thing to implement. All right, what else do you have coming up? We mentioned the show this weekend that may or may not happen. We'll find out Sunday if it's going to happen.
After all this weather talk, I'm thinking
probably
not. Which would be a bummer, but we'll reschedule.
I know I still have my tickets, so I'm very excited to go.
We hope it happens, but I also, we don't want anyone to be unsafe, and so we will see on Sunday what happened. What happened that weekend?
Anything else that you have coming up that you're excited about?
So on the 7th, which is a couple. I don't even. I'm like, what? February 7th is Saturday, I believe. We're doing. We're hosting an author talk at a book fair at OMB. Front Page Media. She hosts these big book fairs, and so Carol and I will be hosting a Q&A with Rebecca Wrights. She's a romance novel author. So we'll ask her how does she do her cozy o'clock for sure. That's February 7th at OMB, and then we have the Laketown Stories at Davidson Community Players.
That's right. All right. We're going to take a break. We'll come back. We'll talk more about Laketown Stories. It's a really cool thing that's available here in this area. Yeah, that is how we met. Yes, very, very cool. All right. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back with more Good Morning LKN and zero judgment about your dirty dishes. Spotless cleaning gets it. WSIC. Local starts here.
Well, you never know, a big and bad winter storm was on the way. Pretty quiet, tranquil weather, sunshine, upper 50s for our Thursday to enjoy. Then as we get into the upcoming weekend, it does look like we're going to have a mess on our hands. Still not ready to iron out exact details, but getting a clearer picture of snow, sleet, and freezing rain on Sunday that could leave long-lasting travel and power impacts into next week. That's your forecast. From the WSIC Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
Need a ride? ICATS has you covered. Tuesdays to the VA in Salisbury, Thursday to Winston-Salem, and Fridays to Hickory. Plus, run errands every day around Iredell County for just $1. Visit rideicats.com.
Here's your WSIC community calendar.
We've got performances, exhibitions, and live music you won't want to miss, all close to home.
First up, head to the Armour Street Theater in downtown Davidson for a timeless theatrical experience. The Davidson Community Players present Shakespeare's The Winter's Tale, a powerful story of jealousy, forgiveness, and redemption brought to life on stage. Shakespeare's The Winter's Tale runs January 22nd through February 8th. Find specific showtimes, ticket info, and more at davidsoncommunityplayers.org under the Shows tab. That's davidsoncommunityplayers.org and take in Shakespeare's The Winter's Tale starting January 22nd.
If live music is more your style, plan a trip to the Twisted Oak in Statesville on Saturday, January 24th for Rocky Lynn Live. Rocky's blend of country, rock, and heartland energy makes for a night of great tunes and good vibes. The show kicks off at 7:30, and all the details you need are up at downtownstatesville.com. You won't want to miss Rocky's first hometown show of 2026, Saturday, January 24th. Rocky Lynn Live at the Twisted Oak in Statesville.
And finally, for our art lovers, Mooresville Arts at the Depot invites you to the 13th annual Winter Juried Exhibition, running January 20th through February 26th at the historic train depot in downtown Mooresville. See incredible work from local and regional artists judged by Marissa Pascucci, gallery and collection coordinator from Davidson College. Don't miss the artist reception on Friday, January 23rd, 6 to 8 p.m. To learn more about this exhibition and other arts offerings, head to mooresvillearts.org.
For more Lake Norman news, events, job opportunities, and real estate information, visit liveworkplaylkn.com.
That's liveworkplaylkn.com.
Good morning, LKN is back with more shenanigans and spotless cleaning support because this show's messier than your kitchen. WSIC, local, starts here.
Good morning, okay, at 8:48. Skylar, thanks so much for hanging out with me today. Skylar's been hanging out. Skylar and I met, and I'm glad that you remember this because I was thinking this morning we were getting ready where we met. We met at Lake Town Stories, which is an event that happens several times a year.
Yep. And you were at the very first one.
Was that the first one?
Yes.
Oh,
and
you
were such an amazing storyteller. But I instantly was like, okay, I want to be friends with her.
Yeah.
And so, that first one, I guess it would have been about a year ago. Yeah. That makes sense. And so we are doing our next one on February 17th, which is at Armour Street Theater. And the theme for that one is going to be love language, which is fun. But I'm trying to remember what the theme was. Was yours? Oh, was it out of place, maybe?
I think it was out of place because I told, I don't remember what, the possum story, I think, is the one that I told.
Story.
Yes,
I'll never forget it.
That is a classic story that I will credit to my mother. But I was there in person when it happened too, but she told it much better than I am. She's since passed away. So I'm trying to carry on that story has to live on forever. So
I love it.
I'm glad that I can carry it on. All right. Another one that will live on forever right here. We have our new host of the Home Ad Show, Vaughn Seegers. Vaughn, thanks for joining us here today.
Thank you for having me.
I bullied you into joining us for the last segment of Good Morning LKN. I read her yesterday.
What a surprise. Thank you so much. I was like, I've got to wake up 15 minutes earlier this morning. And I was like, oh my goodness.
Well, I wasn't going to make you host the whole, 4 hours of radio your first week on the job. But
I appreciate that.
How's it going with Home Ad so far?
I'm loving it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have some regulars calling in and people calling in. It's just amazing what a nice community we have all over our area.
It really
So,
is.
yeah.
It's the best.
It really is a great community. So, Vaughn, you've lived here, what, 10 years?
It's been 10 years now, yeah. It's going to be 10 years in August, actually.
Yeah.
So that was a
Wow,
lie.
that's a
Sorry,
big-
so it's 9.5 years.
Oh, excuse me.
My
We
apologies.
won't pin
I was
it out.
rounding
Yeah.
up a little bit.
Well, if you heard earlier, we don't do math, Mamie and I. So you could have told us 10.
100%.
Yeah, we
It's like-
wouldn't have been able to tell what year you moved here to what year it is
It
now.
depends what numbers I want to round up and round down.
There
so
you go. That's
my
fair.
age gets round down.
Correct.
Rounded down quite significantly probably in the next 10 years. I don't think I'm getting a day older at all.
No,
That's
yeah.
nothing wrong with
Do you
that.
know what the weirdest thing is? Like, kids that are turning 25, I shouldn't call them kids because
They're
Young adults.
they were born in 2001.
No.
And I'm like, oh my goodness. So every time, I've been carded a couple of times here.
Mm-hmm.
And I got carded the other day, and I was like, "Oh, this
Yeah,
is
it's
real
exciting.
nice." And then they looked and they saw the 19, and they
19.
went like, "Oh no, you good?" I was like,
Oh, yeah.
"Sweet, thanks,
That's-
brother,
that's
appreciate
the
it." I
thing that
thought the
gets
gray
me.
hair and my
Yes,
beard would do it,
yes.
but
No,
yeah,
the 19 is a dead giveaway that we were born in the last century.
Yes, I do tell my daughter a lot because she'll be 20 in a few weeks, and I'll tell her, be like, look, be patient with me. I'm from the 1900s.
I am
Leave
from
me
the
alone.
1900s.
Yeah.
that's a good excuse. I should
That's-
start using that with my kids.
That's a
Yes.
freebie for you right
100%.
there.
I appreciate it. Yeah,
yes.
it's like I'm a
It's a good- yeah.
centennial right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. From the 1900s. Leave me
I
alone.
don't know how true this is, so I want someone to call in sometime during my show to confirm this, but apparently IHOP on their children's menu now, you know the S that we drew in high school
Yes.
and everything
Yes.
else, right?
Yes.
So apparently that's on their menu, on their kids'
I
menu.
feel like I maybe heard that as well.
And it says like the S was really famous, or not famous, but like really popular in the late 1900s.
Oh, no. Kill me now.
Yes.
I will die of old age for
Mm.
sure if I see that. Yes. And I wonder too about those kind of things, like those trending things
yeah.
that were trends before social media. Like, how did
100%.
those things get passed around?
Yeah, that's a great like because it's like we all have those stories of like, oh, we all know that thing, or like there's like really weird rumors about celebrities where
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
how are those getting
So-
passed
How do we all
around?
know
So,
these
like,
things?
true story, because like I grew up in South Africa.
Uh-huh.
We had that S. We also heard all
Right.
the rumors about Marilyn Manson.
Marilyn Manson,
yep.
yeah.
So we had all of that, and
Yeah.
I came here, and I was like, "Oh yeah," and they're like, "How do you know this?" I'm like, "I don't know how I know this. We had popular culture and like TV, I guess,
Yeah,
and that's where we
It
heard
made
it
it
from.
across
Yeah,
the ocean
100%.
somehow.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So you moved here. You moved to Wilmington first. Is that right?
Mhm, Yep.
All right.
Back in 2011.
Okay. So you've been here here in North Carolina a good while. This winter weather, your thoughts on it? How are you feeling?
And are you prepped?
I'm not prepped. I'm never prepped for winter weather. So the coldest that I ever got. So I grew up in Johannesburg. It's a mile-high city, but we never get snow. I think we
Right.
get snow like every 20 years or every 25 years. So number one, I like driving to snow. I don't like staying in
That's
snow.
a great rule of
That's
thumb.
kind of how
That's
you
me.
grew up
Yep.
too, right? Growing up in the Bay
Exactly.
Area. Yeah, you
Yep.
drove to the snow.
Yes, it was a trip, and you were prepared for that trip,
Yes.
but you were not living in it.
Yeah. So the nice thing though is summertime, 80 degrees, not really low humidity, but it's an arid climate. So when you're in the shade, you cool down.
Right.
Moving to Wilmington, my first summer,
Yeah, no.
I went for a jog at 3 p.m.
Oh.
Did you pass out?
I was very close to it. And
I almost did
that's
just
why I've
walking
got this.
outside of 3 p.m.
So I used to run, and this is why I've got this wonderful physique now because I stopped running, and I should start doing that sometime. again.
Yes, we call that here affectionately the air you wear is what the humidity
100%,
is. Yes,
yeah.
the air
That's
you wear.
great.
Yes, we love it. So,
Mhm.
yeah, it's part of. And so, yeah, we were saying earlier in the show, like for everybody who's moved here from our northern friends that have come from New York, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, just know that we're not prepared for it here. We're
No.
never going to be prepared. There's no point in us
No.
purchasing snow plows for one big snow event
Agreed,
every
yeah.
5 years because that's really what we
But
get.
the
about every
problem
5
is we
years.
get icing. We don't get snow. Like
Right.
it ices up, and that's. I've told lots of people from up north like that is harder to drive on
It is.
than snow.
It
This is the thing I am hearing the most.
Mm.
It is. And apparently salt is used for more than just a
Correct.
margarita. So
Yes.
we can use it for multiple purposes out and around here. But don't fret. Our winters are still short. So for you guys who are newer here, this is an anomaly event
Rare
in our
occurrence.
area. This is not normal for us. And I will say we'll have a 65, 70 degree by February. We'll have a little taste, a little
I will
fake
be
spring come.
ready.
Oh, I'm
And we all
looking
get
forward
very
to that.
excited, and everybody ends up walking outside. And you're like, all these people live are in my neighborhood. I totally forgot we had so many people around us. But
Yep.
it's always fun. So, home ad for you, Vaughn. How's this been going? You said it's been
So,
fun. People
yes,
have been calling
it
in.
has been
having
fun.
a good
People have
time
been
with it.
calling in. I will keep on pushing that number. The more people that call in, the more things I have to say.
That's
so
right.
I enjoy that a lot. And I just like helping people out trying to find stuff, because there's people that want to find a whole variety of stuff, and they're selling a variety of stuff. So that's really
We love all the
neat.
unique things. I love when people call in. Have you had an animal call in? Animals call in yet?
Yes. So yesterday a gentleman called in, and I should have not asked this question, but he's selling rabbits for $10 each.
Rabbits?
And yes. And I said, oh, are those meat rabbits or like bouncing around in the backyard rabbits?
Oh, yeah.
And he said, oh, I slaughtered 4 yesterday. I was like, oh, okay then. So then, you're not going to ask any questions. Whoever buys them, like, he's like, no, I don't ask any questions. The rabbits just go on. And I was like, oh my goodness, I should not have said that. But
You're learning a lot about our area too.
100%. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, there's a lot of great people in our area. A lot of fun things happening. Yes. Any other interesting things that have been bought or sold so far?
Well, not really. There's some the coolest thing, there's Studebaker man that calls in the whole time. Another regular Hope, I'll give her a shout out. She's been calling in every single day with some really motivational words, and I enjoy that. So if more people call in with motivational words, I would like that as well.
We would love that.
I would also just like people to call in more about just stuff happening in their like little local community, right?
Yeah.
And just say, hey, we're having this event on this day, and we can celebrate that and push that for them as well.
Yeah, that's a great idea. So if you have an event coming up, your church, your community, and as we get towards the spring, you're going to get yard sales. Yard sales, people love the yard sales around
perfect.
here.
I love yard sales as well.
Yes,
so.
I've recently gotten into estate sales.
I was going to say this is a Southern thing that I've learned about.
Estate sales is a Southern thing.
I didn't know
you
about
didn't know
it
about
until
it?
I got here, but
No.
no one has taken me yet. So if you want to go to one, I would love to go.
I've got one coming up at the end of the month. I'm
I
very
wanna go, 'cause
excited
I've
about.
never been.
Okay, so I've got to ask a question then.
Okay.
So estate sales, is that like the dandy, fancy version of a yard
It's
sale?
the bougie
then?
yard sale, yes.
Gotcha.
You come into the house.
Oh.
And you shop the house.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
I haven't been yet, but I'm
Okay, I definitely got to do that sometime
Yes,
as well.
I'm very excited about this one. Yes, I'll send you guys the website so you can kind of start stalking the estate sales that come on. The cool thing about it, you don't get the address. Like they send you all the pictures. They don't send you the address until the day before. So you're like, oh, I wonder where this house
Where
is.
could it
And you're
be?
like looking at because it shows you the pictures of the house, and you're like, oh, I think I know what neighborhood this house is in. It's good stuff that's going to be here.
Yeah, so you got to play a little bit of internet sleuth at the same time to try and find the place.
Yeah, a little reverse Google image searching happening there.
It's like, I'll buy all your stuff.
Yeah.
You don't even have to have the estate sale anymore.
You got to get there early, just like a yard sale, though.
Makes
Estate
sense.
sale is the same. You got to get there early. People show up with U-Hauls and trucks and all kinds
I
of
bet
things.
because
So
it's everything, right? Usually it's like everything's for sale. in
everything.
those-
Like this one that I went to, they were selling like the appliances in the house, like the
Wow,
stove
yeah.
and the refrigerator, like everything had to go. So yeah, that's the fun way of doing it around here.
excited. I
I've
wanna
bought
go.
nothing, but I've very
I know.
much
I would feel
enjoyed-
like I feel like it's one of those things you either have a very specific purpose or no purpose at all.
I'm really just super nosy, you guys. I
Yes.
just want to see what your house looks like and how see all your fancy things is really what it is. Yeah. And then I play like I live in the house. You know, I do my little imaginary walks through my multi-million-dollar lake house. it's a good time.
Selfie
it's a
time.
Good time. Yeah. Oh, I'm doing so well, you guys.
I'm
look
busy
at my,
today.
Yes, look at my new home. Yes, my daughter and I too. Biltmore House in Asheville is one of our favorite places to go when she was younger. So we would go and we would play Downton Abbey at the Biltmore House.
Excellent
That was
place
our
to play.
other.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's great.
Yes. So you're never too old to just play pretend.
The funniest thing is, like, I've got boys, so I've only got boys. They enjoyed Biltmore House.
Did they?
And the manor and everything else. But the gardens were where they were really happy. It's like, oh, this is magnificent,
cool,
this and
yeah.
that. So they couldn't care less about the house. I'm looking at everything in there. I was like, check this out. And they're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then when we got to the gardens, like, oh, man, that's so cool. And I was like, okay, then.
How old are they?
So 21, 18, and little one's going to be 13 next week. So because we do
exciting for
birthdays
him.
on the air with my show as well, he's like, Dad, you better give me a
Good
shout out.
13th
That's
birthday
right.
shout out.
100%. Yeah.
That's
So
right.
yeah,
I
no
get-
more kids and like teenagers and adults.
Wow.
Yeah.
I know. My daughter will be 20 next week, so I won't even have a teenager anymore. It's crazy. I don't have
Oh
like
my
a full-on
gosh.
adult kid. But yes, my nieces and nephews, I get in a lot of trouble if I forget to mention their birthday anniversary on here.
Yeah.
So yes, Vaughn, thank you for that reminder too. All right, Vaughn is up next with the Home Ad Show. What's that phone number?
Oh, it's 844 Studio 4.
That's it. That's
Yep.
it. Give Vaughn a call. Buy, sell, and celebrate. He'll be with you for the next 2 hours. Skylar, thanks for joining us here
Thanks for
today.
having me,
Yes,
and
we'll
Bill.
have you back again soon.
Awesome.
Great radio